Alright, so maybe I should have gone into explaining a little bit about some of the complex auditing that I'm going to be posting some videos about. Okay, before I went and posted one, I didn't exactly think of that first. So, uh, basically, some of these complex auditing situations that you're going to see are various different types of situations. Double auditing situations, which require a primary auditor and a secondary auditor. What the primary auditor in that type of situation, the primary auditor is non-compliant. The secondary auditor is 100% compliant. Um, it's basically supposed to mimic just an everyday Joe out on the street. Sees something going on, decides that he's gonna film it, break out his camera and just film. Okay. Um, so it's supposed to, the secondary auditor position is supposed to mimic as close to everyday Joe as possible. It can't exactly mimic it 100%, but it can be really close. Okay. So basically, that's one of the situations you're gonna see. Let me think of some other things here. Um, there are some double non-compliant situations, which is sort of like a normal everyday audit, except for with two people. Um, and then you have situations where that I've put together. Uh, let's see. Maybe I should just put the explanations for those out there with those videos, because I think there might be only one or two, and it might get a little confusing at this point. But so I mean, when you're looking at some of these videos, and if it shows that like myself or somebody else, another auditor, gives ID, alright, and is like extremely compliant and all this, like the one that I just posted with the down in Miami County, okay? That's one of those complex auditing situations where there's a primary non-compliant auditor, secondary compliant auditor, working in conjunction with each other with everything all planned out, so that way comparisons and contrasts can be made um, with that video. Okay? Um, all the bugs aren't worked out yet. It is a complex auditing system that I'm putting together. It's about stepping up the game of performing more in-depth and more accurate audits and when actually auditing. Okay, because there's a difference, as I've said before, between journalism and auditing. There's definitely a difference. Now, auditing is for a specific purpose. Journalism is to record and report. Okay? Um, and my channel does focus on both. I do record and report without going into a specific situation without a specific thought process in mind. Hey, this, and this, whatever, or, going in and with a specific purpose, okay? When you're not going in with a specific purpose in mind, that's journalism. when you're going in with a specific purpose and you're wanting this specific response, that's an audit. And I believe both are okay, alright? But they both have their unique purposes, okay? And when it comes down to auditing, alright, I want to be able to provide a more in-depth, more accurate audit when needed. And so I'm trying to come up with, based on my background, my experience, a more in-depth auditing style that can provide that more accurate and more in-depth audit. Okay? This is just one of those ways. Okay? It may not seem like a lot at first, but when you go back and look at those various different audits and comparing and contrasting information even within the same audit, you can gather a lot of data there about how each department acted, how that was involved in the situation, how each person reacted in that situation, how they reacted to the non-compliant person versus the compliant person, all of that. And sometimes you just can't get that by going there one day and being compliant and going back a few weeks later and being non-compliant, or vice versa, or even two different auditors. I mean, there's two separate days. I mean, so it's a more complex way of auditing, and I hope to be able to provide more information that way. Alright? So, I mean, if y'all have questions, please put them in the comments, ask away. Alright? I have some other ideas. Like I said, I'm not going to go into and explain. As I post those videos out there, go through all these videos that I'm backlogged with, and I post them out there, then I'll go ahead and put out an explanation of what happened. Like I said, I'm very sorry. I didn't put that out there before I posted that video tonight. I should have posted this explanation earlier. Okay, it's confused a lot of people. You know, why is he giving his ID? Just up and, here, have it, take it away. You know, so, I mean, obviously, you can even see in that video from Miami County that I'm not the type of person that's just going to readily hand over my ID in any situation. Because even being the compliant auditor that's supposed to be closest to mimic the everyday Joe, I still made comments like, hey, you're violating my rights. I'm giving this to you under duress. All kinds of other things, okay? So, I mean, I do got to work on that and being in that type of role. But, because it's not a natural role for me to just do. But it's just one of those ways where I'm trying to provide my audience here with a better experience and knowing what these different law enforcement agencies here in my area are doing and how they've been trained and how they're acting. Okay? So I hope this explanation goes a little further in explaining not only the Miami County video, but several others that I'm going to be posting out here next few days and next few weeks, okay? Thank you all very much for subscribing, tuning in. Alright, like, share, and subscribe, please. I appreciate it. Thank you all very much for your support. Y'all have a great day.